This goes out to you. This goes out to you. Your reign on the top was short like leprechauns as I crush so-called willies, thugs, and rapadons. Get in that ass quick fast like Ramadan. It's that rap phenomenon, Don Dada. Fuck Papa, you got to call me Francis MH. White intake like toast, so iron. Was told in shootout, stay low and keep firing. Keep extra clips for extra shit. Who's next to flip on that cat with that grip on rap? The most shady, shaky baby. Ain't no telling where I may be. May see me in DC at Howard Homecoming with my man Capone drumming fucking something. You should know my stilo. Went from 10 G's for blow to 30 G's a show to orgies with O's I never seen before. So, Jesus, get off the notorious. Keen us before I squeeze and bust. If the beef between us, we can settle it with the chrome and metal shit. I make it hot like a kettle get. You're delicate, you better get who sent you. You still pedal shit. I got more rides, the great adventure. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. On your mark, get set. When I spark, you wet. Look how dark you get when you mark for death. Should I start your breath or should I let you?
Pinbot. And this one in particular, he broke down film from a whole nother perspective that I always knew that this is how I think. Then I get the conversation, still in prison with my cousin. He tells me he knows the brother personally, right? Now I know for a fact that anybody that's been paying attention to what comes out of these DVDs and these tapes, if you go all the way back to the who goes all the way back to the VHS days? Who remember them tapes? When you had to go all out your way to get a VHS. Ooh, you got the new Bobby, people jump in the car, go all over to get the tape. This is when you had the tape in real time. You heard? So you know how long it takes to make a tape? If you got a tape, if it's a 3-taper, and you got to, so the dudes that was doing that, they spend a lot of time in it. So what happens is the consciousness things slow down. If I'm lying, I'm dying. It got stultified. You heard? You know why? Because the youth didn't have a voice in it. You see? You understand that? Because the youth is the ones that's carrying it to the next epoch. You see? So I remember a distinct period when it wasn't no content. When nobody was pushing out no content. Where everything out of a nigga mouth was melanin and paradigm. Melanin, paradigm. Paradigm, melanin. Melanin, and then they put the paradigm, then melanin. And then the people would still go, ooh, that's deep. He said melanin 3 times. Right? No one's challenging nobody to think no other way. Nobody's showing you the shit right in your face, right? Except for the youth, right? So now, the blue pill is largely responsible for the exponential, him alone and his drive, because he's the one that told me and his brother ain't believe none of that shit he was talking about. You remember that? We used to be like, that nigga's bugging. He's bugging. But he had left us. And now when I'm speaking to him, I be getting a little, I'm bugging because I know this dude is 10 years in advance, and the shit that he's saying now, I'm living in what he told me 10 years ago. He's telling me something that's going to happen now, and I don't think that y'all is ready for that. You heard? That's why I wanted him to intro. However, this is what we're going to do, something that is unprecedented. I'm still let him open up, and I'm going to get this ready because I told you I was going to do that, right? I ain't lying to you, right? I'm not tricking you, right? I said when he get here, I'm going to act like I ain't even intro myself. Let him intro, and then I'm going to go up, right? Good. So we are the editors. We can do what we want with life, okay? So you ready? You got them 7 heavens with you? All right. All right. You did some push-ups or something? Huh? This is my man. Yeah. So give the brother a warm black hand. This is the blue pill. He's gonna open up. The brother is here. Screen every time they pumping out of here. You gotta wait.
Waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4.
I've been hard at work preparing this lecture. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I've been preparing this lecture since February of 07. Now, you might ask, how the hell have I been prepping to give people an Obama lecture since February 07? Well, that's the first time I saw him. I seen him at the Brooklyn Marriott. He hadn't even declared that he was running for president yet. You know what I'm saying? He was just running around filling things out. And at that time I was a reporter, had my own media company, and they invited us down to come see this phenomenon. Now, I had seen the brother on the Democratic National Convention in 06, so I was familiar with him, and I knew that there was a lot of talk about, you know what I mean, about this brother actually making a run. So I said I had to make it my business to come out and see what this man is all about. Normally I'm not into politics. At this time I was dealing with more science and dealing with the fact that this is de facto a corporation. The last thing that I wanted to do was cast a vote in a de facto corporation. But I feel like I owed it to myself because this seemed like it was bigger than me and it was bigger than life. You know what I mean? The fact that there was a quote-unquote candidate that is an inch or two further than the last, you know what I'm saying, people came. Now at this time, when nobody thinking in the realms of this brother had a chance. They wasn't even thinking that he would run against Hillary. That was suicide. So people pretty much were just coming out to keep hope alive. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, my brother, my cousins, we're all enthusiasts, right? We're all into music, culture, stuff like that. We got our thrills from entertainment, you know what I'm saying? The entertainment pretty much cataloged our environment and our involvement in that environment and the happenings at the time. So I would get my goosebump moments only from the newest Biggie Smalls or the newest Tupac. And it's like after them brothers had made transition, I never got goosebumps anymore. There was nothing out there that was genuine. There was nothing out there that was magnetic. And that's my litmus test. When I get goosebumps or my hair raised, I know that something is magnetic, I'm on to something. So here I go, Brooklyn Marriott, right? February of 07. It was packed. A lot of people came out because he had already started his grassroots campaigning in terms of getting people involved on the internet and stuff like that. So they had a lot of elders there. And they had a lot of women, of course, you know what I'm saying, because they wanted to come see the brother. They had a lot of younger brothers there that I knew, you know what I'm saying, some brothers that I had grown up with, did good for themselves. These brothers was in school. So, you know, educated brothers, women with jobs, and the elders came through. You know what I'm saying? They packed the venue out. It was black, it was white, it was Asian, it was gay, it was straight. Everybody was there. It was a melting pot. And truly, for the first time, it was what I would consider to be the ideal of what I was fed, quote unquote, America was always about. I seen it in this room. But nobody, again, like I said at that time, felt that this brother that kind of favors me with the last name of Obama had any chance in hell. You know what I'm saying? Barack Hussein, like, I didn't even know his name was Hussein at that time. Might not even showed up. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, I attend the venue. The brother gets right into it. You know what I'm saying? And I was witnessing the fact that I was part of history. I'm like, hold on. this dude got what it takes. You know what I'm saying? He had the oratory skills. At this time, I had been studying what made Martin Luther King work. And it was his oratory cadence, his ability to speak in meter. You know what I'm saying? Slow down, pull you in, almost a hypnotic quality. Immediately I noticed that this brother had that. You know what I'm saying? Immediately I knew that he knew how to connect with the crowd. He was playing to the women, he was making jokes, and then he would get serious. So he had everything that it took in order to entrap people or whatever, you know what I'm saying, he was selling at the particular time. Before long I found out he was selling hope. And I had been to a lecture a few weeks prior to that where a brother bust up the whole paradigm of hope. Did the etymologies of the word and everything. So now I was on, you know, I was kind of on cue. I'm looking at the dude like, okay, he's speaking a nice form, but he's using these trigger words to pull people in, like hope. So, needless to say, I got goosebumps. And my hair was raised. You know what I'm saying? So I really felt that there was a certain magnetic quality about what was taking place that had a certain level of authenticity to it. And I wanted to believe as much as anything that this brother believed in what he was saying, irregardless of what I thought about politics at the time. You know, a few months went on, started picking up steam, you know what I'm saying? He declared his run, he got into the race, he got his first victory in Iowa, and then the whole world shifted towards this skinny young brother named Barack Hussein Obama. I was privileged enough to see him return to New York. You know what I'm saying? At this time, he had all of the, you know, the media behind him. Everything was put in place. This time it was a phenomenal amount of people that turned out into an open door event in Washington Square Park. He came back and he spoke to the people, and he captivated the people. He spoke, he did his thing. Again, nothing that I've ever seen before. You know what I'm saying? Only things that I've heard about with past leaders, you know what I'm saying, that had certain oratory skills and way with people. So needless to say, as a reporter, I was very active in what's known as electioneering. You know what I'm saying? I got on the blogs and I was putting stories up like every day. And at this time, hip hop media wasn't on to him. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't picking up on the story. They still pretty much, you know, the hip hop construct is a hierarchical system. And those people on top hung out with the Clintons. So everybody in hip hop by proxy was still looking at the Clintons, regardless of the fact that they had a brother and a race that looked just like them. They need to be told what to do. So, you know, they were kind of slow to catch on. We used to bombard them with stories, and all of a sudden, like all things American, you want to run with the winner. So when it kind of became obvious that he was the man, then the attention and the energy shifted. You know what I'm saying? At this time, I went from electioneering online to dealing with apparel on the street. I started selling his clothes because we know that that's the first line of warfare, the wardrobe. So he's like, okay, let's get people ready. You know what I'm saying? They can go into their conjoining neighborhoods, what have you, with this imagery on and start the conversation with people. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how most conversations start. Like, I like when you got that shirt, where you get it from, or what that's about. You know what I'm saying? So we was going hard on 125th, right across the street from the Apollo. Me and my brother getting it in. Nobody else out there, like I said, understood at that time what we were dealing with in terms of capturing that moment in history. So, did the electioneering by way of blogging. I did electioneering by way of apparel, but it still was something, you know, it was somewhat